Welcome to my channel, Sunshine Shoulders. I'm Calvin. Thank you so much for stopping by today. So many channels you could be watching. You're watching mine. You know, I have a plan for living in the Philippines, and I'm going to stick to it, no matter what. And I got this idea for the video. I was laying in my bed, just watching television, whatever I was watching, and Maryland comes up and shows me this Facebook post. It's a gentleman, he's down in Dumaguete, he's a foreigner. He said he's from England. And the name of the post is, it might even be a YouTube vlog, but it's called No Visa, No Passport, No Money. And it's, you know, a Filipino vlogger or whoever the guy behind the camera is, he's Filipino. And they're laughing at this guy and, you know, they're making fun of him. It's got 4 million views and he's selling banana Q. Anybody don't know what that is? That's bananas and then they coat them with some type of sweet sauce. I don't know what kind of sauce that is. And then they grill them and sell them. I think they're 10 pesos each. And, you know, they really just dragging this guy in the mud, and it really touched me, man. It really hurt me, man. I was like, damn. You know, maybe the guy has mental problems or something, but for him to be able to walk around selling that stuff like that, maybe he doesn't, because they bought, one guy bought 5, one guy bought 3, but the bottom line is this guy's plan went off the tracks. If he had a plan at all. It's very important to have a plan here, even the simplest of plans. Part of my plan is if something goes wrong, I've got $2,500 I never touch to get me back home. But for all that I gave up to move to the Philippines, man, I better have a plan and I better stick to it. I better make it work. Because leaving friends and family behind, man, it's not easy. Shutting the door on my old life and trying to create a new life over here, man, it's not easy. It's almost like I'm dead over there. I haven't been home in 4 years, almost. So I'll be damned if I'm going to give up all of that and go through what I have to go through and then struggle over here. I'm not going to do it. Good morning, man. Buntag. And that's what I want to talk about today. Having a plan for my life in the Philippines. My plan is really simple. I'm going to live here permanently. 12 months out of the year. I haven't been home, like I said, in 4 years. And, excuse me, there's no right or wrong plan. No two plans are the same. But it's important that we have something written in stone that we follow. Now, I don't know his situation from what I was hearing, because I couldn't look at it. I don't like to look at those type of videos, even though it's reality. But the bits and pieces that I could get from the videos, I think the woman took his money, took his passport. And so now he has no visa because you need a passport in order to renew and extend your visa over here. So that's his misfortune can fortunately help a lot of us. Put them damn passports and important documents up somewhere where only you can access them. Because they play those kind of games over here. When things don't go right, they'll take your passport and burn it or cut it up or whatever it is. And if that's the case, then go to your embassy. I know the U.S. Embassy, they will replace your passport for you. But that's one part of the plan. Have a place for your important documents where you only have access to them. Make copies of your license, your ID, your ACR card, if you have one, your biological page and your passport and carry those in your wallet. Carry those around with you. But don't we're trusting people too much because those are very important documents. Make that part of your plan. Have a plan where, like me, I've got an emergency fund. I got $2,500, and no matter what, no matter how bad things get, until I can get paid again, I'm not going to touch that. That's my lifeline. And it doesn't have to be $2,500, but I have to have at least enough to make it home, to maybe get me a hotel for a night or two, something to eat. But some guys' plan is real simple. They come here for 3 months, and then they go back to their home country for the rest of the month. Because some people just use this as a pit stop to finish the rat race. You know, some people, they don't want to give up everything. They don't want to shut the door on their old life like I've done. They say, hey, you know, once they've had enough of the damn rat race, they'll come over here for 3 or 4 months, get all that out of them, get rejuvenated, get refreshed, and go on. You know, like I said, it's like a pit stop. Some people come over here for 6 months and then live in their home country for 6 months. There really is no right or wrong plan. And there are no two plans are the same. The only thing I can tell you is to have a plan. Now, my plan originally was to live over here at the time I came over here in December 5th, 2018. I had about $1,900 in renewal income every month. I knew that we could live off that. We could live pretty good based on our lifestyle. That went down to about $1,400. But because of my lifestyle, I don't live an extravagant lifestyle. I don't drink, I don't smoke, I don't do a whole lot of stuff like that. I'm able to live off of about $1,000 per month, my living expenses and everything. Then I put the other $400 per month up. So part of my plan is to have a savings over here too. Even though I got that $2,500, see that $2,500, that's on a credit card. I never touched that. But I still try to maintain a bank account over here. I've been fortunate enough to have a YouTube channel that brings me in a little money. You know, I'm not rich financially with this YouTube channel, but rich is relevant. I get a peace of mind knowing I got a few extra dollars coming in every month. But that wasn't part of the plan, but it is now. Some people's plans, like I got a friend, Philip Cooper. He's in America right now. His plan is to live here full time. They're actually about finished building a house. They're finished with building their house up in Luzon somewhere. But he goes home twice a year. He went home twice this year. And he goes home for several weeks to recharge his batteries. I think his daughter just got married. You know, just to reconnect with his past. He was a college athlete, a quarterback in Division I college. I think it was Division I. So you know the bonds that you make with your teammates and stuff like that. He goes home and he enjoys that twice per year for several weeks. See, me having a problem with these damn planes that I have right now, I would love to have that in my plan, to incorporate that in my plan. Eventually, I will, because I'm going to have to. I don't want to shut the door completely on my life over there. I mean, lifelong friendships. I've got children. I've got grandchildren. But in my case, that trip is so long. It's really treacherous, and it discourages me from going home. Man, Bunchak, good morning. But part of my plan eventually is to visit once or twice a year. Because I might as well be dead. I haven't been home in 4 years, and people haven't really heard from me. Hey, man, Bunchak. And I don't think that's fair to my old life. You know, I gave 55 years, and America is still my home. It's still I still love my country. But it's like Philip Cooper said when I asked him, I said, man, it seems like you have such a great time when you go home. Do you regret moving to the Philippines? And he said, no, I don't regret it. He said, because the things still exist here that made me move to the Philippines. He said, yeah, I go home for those several weeks and have a great time. He said, I catch up on a lot of the things that I miss when I'm not here. And then I go back to the Philippines. See, that's his plan. But at least he has one. This guy from England, my heart goes out to him. I wish, the next time I go down to Dumaguete, if I can find out who this guy is, I'd like to help him. See, that's what my Expat Hotline is for. And I keep forgetting to put that in my videos. But I've got an Expat Hotline. When something like that happens, we should be able to lift each other up. Buy him a meal, you know, give him a few dollars, you know, like they did to the guy. I don't know his name, but he was there. I guess he was down in Dumaguete too.
Hi.
Hey, man, buntag. And I think they bought him a trip back, you know, gave him money to get back home. Because this is a sad story. And the reality is, as much as we're welcomed over here, it's not a lot of help if your plan goes wrong or if you don't have a plan. And just like his situation, they laughed at him, man. And it just did something to me. It made me make this video today, guys. You know, have a plan and stick to the damn plan no matter what. I'm not preaching. But I'm telling you, I live over here. I know what's going to happen. It's not a whole lot of help over here for us when things don't go right. Your plan could be just to come here on your vacation every year. There's no right or wrong plan. No two plans are the same. But at least have some type of plan. I'm going to tell you. For your life over here. See, I've got a plan. I'm sticking to it. Sometimes I'm not able to go on trips like I like because we've got a family over here now. You know, with Booby, she's sick right now. She's getting a lot better. Fine Buntag. But I wanted to go, Fine Buntag, to Siquijor Island. I haven't been since the pandemic, but we can't go because Booby's sick. So we got to take her back and forth to the doctor, buy medicine, monitor her. But see, that's part of the plan. I've got an emergency fund. The savings that I put up every month, all that's used for things that you don't, what's the word, expect, unexpected. Hey man, don't talk. Occurrences. Well, this guy has no passport. He has no visa. He's really in trouble. If the Philippines government see a video like that, they're going to find him. And he's going to have a hell of a bill. And it's probably so big that they may blacklist him. But make sure, guys, that you put your important documents up when you get over here. You know, another part of my plan is, you know, I was talking to Cornelius Mack today. He's a friend of mine now. He's one of my subscribers. He came over here. He's renting a beautiful home up in General Treyas, I believe that's the name. I mean, he sent me pictures of it. I mean, this is a fabulous place. 25,000 pesos per month. Probably add another 10,000 pesos for, you know, electric bill and water. And I said, man, hell, in 3 years, you'll be done bought my house, right? And he says, well, you know, Calvin, he says, I'm 75. He said, if I was in my 50s, I'd be doing the same thing you're doing. I'd be living probably in San Carlos City, building a house. He said, but I'm at the age now, he says, I really don't need to save any money. He says, and he didn't say he didn't need to save money. He said, it's not about saving money. He said, and I need to be close to some great hospitals. You know, and that's what I'm talking about, guys. That's his plan. But he has a plan. And he's living off of his retirement income. I think he's retired from the military and a policeman. These guys have a plan. And, you know, unless something just catastrophic happens, which I don't believe anything catastrophic happened to that guy. I think he just ended up with the wrong woman, and they said he took all his money, his visa, and his passport. Well, the passport, she can't take his visa. His visa expired because you need your passport to extend. He just eventually met the wrong person. And see, that's another thing that's part of the plan. You know, you plan on getting married over here. You plan on being single. What do you plan on doing, having a live-in? You know, having a live-in over here is like being married, believe it or not. And usually when you leave with nothing. But yeah, guys, let's talk about this. I start the conversation, man. And you think it's a general, like this is common sense, but evidently it's not. I'm seeing more and more of these videos. Even just seeing one video like this is enough to where we should do something and be like, you know, hey, if I don't have the money to stay here for the whole year, there's nothing wrong with going back home and coming back for whatever period that you can afford. So I wanted to talk about this, man. It really hurt me, man. They laughing at this guy, and I guess it's kind of like underneath the surface. If they see you doing bad like that, man, they're going to laugh at you. I don't know where that comes from. But it touched me, man, somewhere in me that made me make this video today. And I'm not rambling or anything. I'm not preaching. I just want to talk about how important it is to have a plan, man. I gave up a lot to be here. I'll be damned if I'm going to struggle. I'll be damned if I'm going to be filled with foolish pride. If something goes wrong, man, I'm going home. I'm going to go back to the lab and start all over again. But I'll be damned if I'm going to be the laughing stock over here. So thank you so much for stopping by today. If you're in America, it's already late. I hope you help somebody. But if you're on one of them late grocery runs, beer runs, weed runs, just getting out second shift or you're on your lunch break, you see somebody out in the street or wherever you see them, buy them something to eat, buy them something to drink, give them a few dollars. If you're in the Philippines, it's early. It's not even 8 a.m. yet. It's actually 7:35 a.m. on a Monday morning. It's National Heroes Day here. I want to salute the unknown and valiant heroes that fought for the freedom and pride of the Philippines from the Spanish, from the Americans, and even from the Japanese during World War II. A lot of heroes over here, man. Jose Rizal, Andres, Bonifacio, Emilio Alganados, many, many more. Now the day goes by that I don't help somebody. I'm going to help somebody. I'm going to remember to put the Expat Hotline number in this description. And if you have a legitimate problem and you need to get from one day to the next, we'll do what we can to help you. But remember, I'm from the streets. I've been here for 13 years. I can see through a scam. I can see through somebody that's trying to take advantage. So, you know, just don't try that. If you're really in need of help, we'll help you. Because if I don't know anything else, I know this one thing for sure. When we help other people, we help ourselves. Take care, stay safe, stay COVID free. I'll see you next time.